And so what we just saw was all about that program. And I'm, of course, joined here by Dr. Joe Liska and Megan Ginley. Thanks so much, too, for being here. We'll talk to you in just a little bit, because what we did not see, though, was that process of the transfer from the pet, from the foster guardian to the actual owner. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of how that works?
Well, I mean, they're going through kind of a normal application process, you know, doing the typical survey that we do, whether the critters are in a foster home or not. I think the special part of it is that the potential adopters, get to know so much more about that particular individual critter, because the foster moms and the foster dads and the foster kids can certainly tell them an awful lot about them. And I think it's really, I mean, you know, we do adoptions every day, and that's wonderful, but I think it's one of your own, going from your house to a new house, that makes it really kind of special. And Megan can certainly talk about that.
Sure. And I thought what was interesting, too, was that some of these animals do need special care. How do you go about taking care of that?
Well, actually, I've been really fortunate in that I've got a number of fosters like Sarah DeLone, who will bottle feed. I've got some who specialize in nursing moms. I've got some that specialize in those who are sick. They don't mind pilling cats 2 or 3 times a day, and so forth. So I've just really been lucky in terms of attracting people to the foster program who are experienced and expert enough to do that kind of thing and want to.
And I think this number is staggering. 5,000 stray abandoned animals each year just to the Bloomington Animal Shelter. What can people do to try to keep those numbers down?
Well, you know, half of those, of course, come astray, and the other half are actually owner relinquishes, which is really sad.
Yeah.
Certainly spay and neuter. I can't say that enough times. You've just got to spay and neuter. If you're going to acquire a critter, recognize that it's a lifelong commitment, and certainly should be. Plan for it financially in terms of, okay, Arthur. Plan for it financially. Plan for it in terms of if you're going to move, what kind of time you have, what's your lifestyle, that kind of thing. Never buy from a pet store. Certainly not from puppy mills, nothing over the internet. I mean, those are just feeding the population problem to some extent, actually.
Okay, now Megan, it's actually your turn, because we were able to capture the moment of the pet transfer just a couple of weeks ago. Here it is, take a look.
So this is the rest of the food she has been eating. And then in here I put her blanket, which I know is kind of gross, but I didn't wash it because I wanted it to smell familiar for her. And then this is her favorite toy, a fox. And then these are her favorite bones. And I stuck a package of those in there. And then I wrote you a little note about how much she's been eating and stuff. There you go. Come on, Allie. Okay. Will you call me this weekend and tell me how she's doing?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you working here tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm always around, so just call me and
Call me tonight.
just let me know how she's doing. I love you, Mama.
And Megan, as we can see, this is hard.
Oh,
it's very hard.
It's very difficult.
Why do you do it?
Foxy was one of those that came from the Greene County hoarding case, and I worked on that rescue as the volunteer coordinator, and she was originally scheduled to go to Wisconsin with her puppies, and it was sort of one of those things of an instant connection where I said, she's coming home with me. And from there, it was a total transformation of watching her go from a very shy, scared dog to becoming the most amazing dog I've ever been around. I can't even think about it without crying.
Yeah, and obviously it's very easy to get attached, but you're doing something that you feel is a great benefit to these animals.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you're going to keep doing it.
Yes, and the thing is, I did multiple times consider keeping Foxy, but it's like Jennifer talked about. If you do choose to keep one, you're shutting off potential other ones from coming. And I'm happy to report that Foxy is doing amazingly well in her new home. And it's just been great.
Great. And actually, we brought some animals with us in the studio today. And Pam, who do you have over there?
Oh my gosh, I am in love. We've got Sarah DeLone is with us, and they brought some amazing animals today. Tell us who we have here.
Well, we have this little brown one is Janet, and the gray one is her brother Dave. They were brought to the animal shelter when they were only a couple weeks old. So they came into my house for foster care to be bottle fed until they're big enough. And now they're not quite big enough to be adopted yet, but they are still very, very sweet, and they're at that very cute stage. They'll be ready in another month or so. And so
Okay.
they'll be with me playing in my house for about another month.
And what about this guy?
That one is Lily,
Oh, girl.
and she is about 11 months old. And she's been waiting for quite a while to get a home from the shelter. She's not in a foster home right now, but she is waiting for her forever home.
Well, you know, I have, we adopted our dogs, and you know, it's the most beautiful addition to a family that you can ever have if you can do it. It's just, it takes a lot of research and going and picking out the right one for you and your family. And you have a ability to do that at the shelter.
Oh, absolutely. You can pick and choose. A lot of them are personality profiled so that you can find out exactly what they're like.
Okay.
And for more information, where can people go?
They can stop by the shelter anytime. They can call Dr. Liska. She is the head of the foster program.
And we have a website and phone number on the screen right now, too.
Right.
Great. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for being on the show today. This was really neat. And I think, I don't know, Pam, should we adopt one for the show?
I think we should have a weekly special animal.
I think so, too.